Okay. Today the topic is sexual reproduction. In the chapter 1 reproduction in organism, the second topic, that is sexual reproduction. The last class we have seen the asexual reproduction. So, sexual reproduction means, first thing you have to remember, that is the organism, okay, flower, okay, having the two reproductive parts. Okay. This is the female reproductive part and this is the male reproductive part. Okay. This will give female gametes, this will give the male gametes. This is the thing you have to remember. Now, the sexual reproduction will give rise the gametes. The gametes has to combine together, then only this sexual reproduction can be possible. Otherwise, that will go for asexual reproduction. So, the gametes will be one male gamete, second is the female gamete. Clear? Another question will be there, how these gametes will be? These gametes will be different in, say, if you see the diagram, the flower within the same, both are there. So, this is one case. So, the source of the gametes, you have to write the source of gametes. It will be two types. One, it can be same individual has the capacity to give rise such gametes. Same individual can give the male gamete. The male gamete will be resemble like this, an arrow mark on the a circle, or the female gametes. Both can be given by same. Example is the flower or earthworm. The plus one you will study the earthworm. It has a capable to give rise the two gametes. Next, another case is the second one, that is different individuals. It means two opposite sexes will involve, or you can use another word, that is gender, two genders. Clear? It means in this case the two organisms will be there. One male, okay, parent will give, we should say male parent, or because it is going to give the gametes. So, that is called as male gametes. It will give only the male gametes. Okay. And the female organism, okay, will give the female gametes. It will change depending on this. In the case of flowers, these will be pollens, these will be ovules. In the case of organisms, it will be sperm, it will be eggs. So, this is. Now, next topic is, what is the fate of these gametes? These gametes, like male gamete plus the female gamete, will both mix and form into one cell. This is called as zygote. And this fusion, okay, that is not fission, it is a fusion, that is combining, okay, is called as fertilization. This fertilization or zygote formation or syngamy is possible in the process of reproduction. Okay. And this reproduction is not easy, it is elaborated. And very complex. Clear? So, what you have to understand is, these gametes will be many types, male gametes, female gametes. Okay. Same organism can give rise to male gamete and female gametes both. It will have the both parts like flowers and earthworm. different individuals, like the male person, male individual, female individual, and the fate of this both has to come together, and then only they will convert into a single cell, that is zygote. So, if you see in for future, these will be denoted as haploids, will be as n. Okay. This will be also mentioned as n, half set of information, and both will combine convert into 2n. This is called as diploid. What about these? These are called as haploids. So, the last, these gametes will club together and convert into zygote, and zygote will convert into embryo. Okay. We see next. If you see the fate of this after zygote formation, okay. So, during sexual reproduction, this reproduction, okay, the both gametes, the male plus female, are producing, okay. And when they produce, the parents will give rise to many, okay, babies. Okay. These gametes are the zygotes, okay, and will convert into embryos. And in case of many embryos, okay, all embryos will not be similar. Suppose these are called as infants, okay, or offsprings, or the progeny. So, they will not be similar, okay, they will not be similar or identical, okay, they will not be identical between them, among them, between them, between the siblings, either nor between, okay, compared to their parents. It means if these two organisms, two parents are giving rise to the gametes, and these two gametes, okay, are clubbed together, form zygote, okay, and these zygotes, many zygotes, if they are coming out into babies. So, there will be no relation between them, there will be no relation, okay, they will not look similar, they are all different, and even they will not look same like this, because here the information is coming half and it is mixing, okay, and it will give in different, they will be different. That what it says, they will not be same between them, between the infants or the offsprings, or they will not be similar like the parents. Here suppose if you see A will have the information of the this 1 and this 2. Here the information the A is a modification of 1 plus 2, okay. Here more 1 less 2, here small little 1 information 1 and the more 2, like this they will be having a different kind of information. So, they will not be similar compared to the parents or between them. So, this is the next point. This is about introduction. Now, we will compare different individuals. If you see the plants, animals, fungi, different organisms, if you see, they will be different. Okay, and also they will show similar properties. How they are different? Okay, by morphologically, and by internal structure, and physiologically. They are different. These are different, okay, means these will be different, okay, they are not same. But if you compare they will be similar in the special in the case of sexual mode of reproduction. Clear? This is the point. Hope you understood. Clear? Hope you understood. Now, we will see the next topic, that is the phases of the organisms. Phases of organisms. If you see overall, the first will be the juvenile, second is reproductive, okay, third is senescence. Okay. This is called as the growth phase, and moreover another name is there, that is vegetative phase. Okay. Especially the juvenile will be mentioned in the case of animals. This will be mentioned in the case of plants. Senescence phase is the death phase. Clear? Now, if you go for juvenile phase, every organism will has to cross these three phases. The early age to the maturity is called as juvenile phase, and the maturity, the reproductive phase, which has the capability to survive better and to produce more offsprings, is the reproductive phase, and the last phase is the senescence phase. Now, especially if you see about the plants, if you see the plants, the juvenile phase, the plants will gain the roots, then they will gain the stems, then they will gain the leaves. Clear? And if you see about when they become mature, after certain time, after some certain lifespan, they become they will start flowering. After flowering, they will produce the seeds. The seeds will produce the fruits. After seeds, okay, yeah, the flowering will give rise to, okay, seeds, or they will give fruits. From fruits, we will get seeds. Technically, when the flowering occur, okay, the both gametes will come together and they will form into seeds. When the seeds comes, then they will come into fruit, and the fruit when dispersed, then they will use seeds. So, it will interchange. Clear? After some days, the flowers will fall down, okay, leaves will fall down, okay, all will fall down, and the death of the plant or tree. So, these phases are invariant, they are compulsory, okay, concomitant, it means cannot be avoided. Okay. Now, if you see, and moreover we discuss this is a growth phase. It means most of the growth period will be seen in this. So, this phase, okay, is also called as growth period. Means even human beings or any animals, all animals, they will from small age, infant to the adult, they will form like this. They will cross their teenage up to this period. Once they will enter adult, they will be in the stage of reproduction. So, this is the three. Now, we will see some plants. Hope you will understood. Now, if you see what are some examples. If you see in the plants will be three types. One, annuals. Next, okay, biennials. Next is perennials. What about these? Annuals means they will, their life cycle, their lifespan will be within 1 year or one season. It means they will start their life, okay, and they will end their life within one season or 1 year. Within the 1 year, annual within 1 year. So, the life cycle will end in one season. Okay. If you see better, the life cycle end in one season or 1 year. One season because many plants will depend on the season, like cold climate or rainy climate or spring or hot climate. That is the season, in the season. That is why within the 3 months or 4 months they will die. Okay. Some cannot die within one. So, they need 2 seasons or they need 2 years. In some cases, they need more than 3 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years they need, okay, to grow and to flower. Some they will flower multiple times, okay, they need more years, okay, or more years they need, okay, and they will survive for many years. Okay. These are called perennials. Peri, many, by, 2, 1. This is case. So, what happens actually? These annuals within the same season, okay, they will, once the seed is sown, okay, they will start growing vegetatively and they also get the reproductive stage and they will die. Example is the marigold, wheat and rice. Clear? These simple things. Many flowering plants, many vegetables, all will come under this. Okay. Understood? This is vegetable means they will get stem, okay, they will get leaves, they will get roots and they will get flowers, they will get fruits and they will get seeds within one and they will die. So, life cycle itself, the total life cycle, okay, will be within 1 year. But 2 years means in this case the plant or these plants will divide their phases. In the first year or first season, okay, of first year and second season in the second year. Hope you understood. So, suppose first year, that is in winter, okay, some rainy season, suppose July to October, July to October. In this July to October, what they will do, probably if you write, suppose July to October. If you see, these plants will gain the, first they will get the roots properly, okay, then they will get stems, they will get the leaves. Within that, the 4 months will complete approximately. After that, they cannot grow more, they will survive, just they will survive, they will wait for the next season. The next season, this will come next year. So, next year in July, they will restart the growing. Till that, they will be in normal stage, they will survive. Okay, they will see them, they will be weakened, but not, they will survive. Next, this is called reproductive phase. So, this is first year will be the vegetative phase, the first 4 months will be the vegetative. This will be here. Next will be the next 4 months will be the reproductive. Okay. Here what happens, they will flower, then there will be fertilization, okay, a pollination. Later they will give fruits as well as the seeds. So, this is the method, they need 2 years. What are examples for this? What are the examples? The carrots, some type of carrots, cabbage and the grass, more grass, mostly grasses. Okay. This is the grass. This is about the biennials. Clear? So, here clear cut phase we will see. What are the biennials of this Annuals means we will see the clear cut, the birth, vegetative phase, reproductive phase, death phase can be seen clearly, can be noticed, can be mentioned. Okay. In this case also we can see the birth, the growth, vegetative phase, death phase, all phases we will see, but in this case we cannot see. We can see, but not easy, because a human being lifespan will be around 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, maybe 80, 90, but this will go for hundreds of years. So, their death phase we cannot see. We can see their birth phase, they can see their the growth phase like vegetative, even we can see the reproductive phase, and the reproductive phase will be multiple, okay, but we can't see their death phase generally. Okay. So, it means many years, they will survive for the many years, okay, and they will take more time, more years, there will be more years of the vegetative phase, and there will be multiple years of reproductive phase. It means the reproductive phase will be multiple and the continuous, okay, continuous reproductive system will be seen, okay, every year, many years, clear. Okay. So, till now we saw annuals, biannuals, perennials, still we concentrate on the perennials, okay, little more is pending. So, perennials, so they need many years to survive, to grow, to give service to humankind. Like if you see example of the mango, coconut, okay, they will take near 4 to 5 years, okay, to start flowering, even it will take many years. Okay. So, these are examples. Now, we will see the bamboo. You all may be knowing bamboos, they will be greenish color, whatever say, whenever you see they will be greenish color. So, they will survive for 50 to 100 years. After that, they will flower once, they flower only once and they will die. It means they will die only once and they will flower only once, and it takes 50 to 100 years to flower. So, the 50 to 100 years are the vegetative phase. So, this is a good example, you have to remember. Next, if you see another example, okay, this is especially we can see in the South India, okay, that is strobilanthes, okay, kuntiana. Locally, many people will also call as Neela Kurinji. The Neela will say that is the blue color, they will give blue flowers. What is specialty? Why we have to discuss specially? Because it will flower once in 12 years. In 12 years, once it will give flowers. And last time they gave in the 2006. This is important point, that is in the 2006 they gave. Where we can see these flowers? We can see in the, these flowers can be seen in the K, K and T, that is Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Many tourists went 2016 later also, and they have seen that blue flowers all over the area, all over the streets, all over the forest, everywhere, every corner was full of blue flowers. This is about the Neela Kurinji, okay, that is blue plants, blue flowers, okay, clear. So, this is the concept of the plants, how the plants will behave, the juvenile phase, vegetative phase and the reproductive phase, and in the last death phase. Now, we will see the, now we see in animals, let us see in the animals. Till now we saw in the plants, now we see animals. What about animals? What about animals? Generally we all know the animals also will take the vegetative phase will be there, okay, and reproductive phase will be there. okay, and death phase will be there. So, it is common, but especially if you see animals will have vegetative phase is same, okay, it will take some time, but in the case of reproductive phase it will be different. How? In animals, the reproductive phase, that is reproductive phase will be like in the two styles. One is seasonal, next is continuous. It means what? Some animals will do reproduction, that is called mating. Another words for this is mating, okay, coupling, okay, and intercourse, okay. These are all the words, okay. This also of course I mean the reproduction, okay, fertilization also will come under this, okay. The other words, okay, the another word is the syngamy, all will give rise to this, clear. So, what about this? If you remove these words, if you see, generally some animals will do this reproduction or the process in a particular season, okay. Like if you see animals like simple example dogs, birds, okay, some reptiles, they will do in the cold season when the rain falls. You might have seen the peacocks, they will be dancing, they will be in the moving in groups, that is a reproductive act, okay. If you might have seen birds, in a particular season the birds will move from one country to another country and they will occupy the places and they will give babies, they lay eggs, they will form babies and they will with their babies they will flow away. Next year again they will come. That is the method of seasonal. Some animals like human beings, they do not have any season, they will do this mating, reproduction continuously all over the year. So, these are the continuous, clear. So, this clear cut example you might have understood. Now, we see any common thing is there that will do seasonal and continuous. Yes, one the best example is the hen. Hen can be seen in seasonal and this hen can be seen in the continuous. How? As it being animal, it is seasonal, okay. All over there it will not go for reproduction. In particular season, in a good climates only they will go for reproduction, they will give the chicklets or eggs. But in case of captive condition, it means in a particular place forcefully, especially in the labs or in the poultry farms, they lay eggs continuously, they are called layers. So, why? How they will? It is not a reproductive event. It is not for the reproduction. This is not a. It's not a reproductive event. It is not a reproductive event. It is because of the injections, okay, or hormonal effects. The hormones will be given as injected, okay. Because of that they will give eggs, that is called multiple ovulation, okay, that is called as multiple ovulation. This is the concept. So, you have to remember the hen can be seen in the seasonal, okay, as well as in the continuous. After this we will see the cyclical changes. When these animals will go for reproduction, they need some, they will show some changes. The changes is called cyclical changes. What will show these changes? All animals? No. Especially the placental animals will show, which will have placenta, okay, placental animals or mammals. Mammals which are called as, which will have mammary glands. So, why? Because they will have, okay, they will have ovaries, accessory ducts, and hormones. Especially this will all will be seen, okay, in the females, in the female organisms, not compared with males. This all will be seen in the female organisms. So, female organisms will show some changes, cyclic changes. Why? Because they have to take they will take the responsibility of the growth of the zygote or embryo, parental care. That is why they need more amount of food and proper timing. Okay, the body needs a functional time. Okay, they need a preparation for to next babies or infants to give. Okay, so these changes are unavoidable and very important in their lifestyle or in their life system. So, if you see the cyclic changes can be seen in the two types again. Then is oestrus. Some will also press only estrus. Okay, that is why I am writing this oestrus. And another will be the menstrual. Menstrual cycle. Okay, or this is oestrus cycle. This can be seen in the don't think that oestrus cycle. Okay, oestrus cycle can be seen only the egg laying animals, not like this. These are mammals, they will give babies. Okay, so this can be seen in the non primates. And this can be seen in the primates. Primates are organisms which have the menstruation cycle symptoms. Okay, these are called as primates. Okay, in this can be seen, that is monkeys, apes and humans. Okay, clear? Moreover, in this phase when the menstrual cycle occur, they will be not that much of effective for the reproduction, but in this case these will be effective at the time, in the particular the time or duration they will be effective for reproduction. And what are the example? Okay, here these will be cow, dog, rat, sheep, all these. Another thing is, in the menstrual cycle, these animals will shed the mucus and inner lining. Okay, of endometrium, okay, of reproductive parts. But here this will be reabsorbed, the inner lining will be reabsorbed. This is the difference. Okay, so this is the thing, clear? So this cyclic changes has completed. Now we will see the breeding methods or the breeders. What are that? If they will give rise the reproduction of the babies, that is called breeders. Of course, according to this name, with the breeders or breeding types. Okay, few will be called as seasonal breeders. Seasonal breeders, like this, all this non primates. Okay, clear? And some will be called as continuous breeders. That is the primates. Hope you understood, clear? 33. Now we will see the next one. Okay. If you see for this animals, plants, okay, the last stage after this seasonal, the unavoidable stage, that is the death phase. What is this phase? It is a unavoidable. That is concomitant. Why? Because of the slow metabolism. Because of slow metabolism, the person or organism will unable to do its own works, and they will leads to the death. Okay, this is the death phase. Next, the events. Okay, between the juvenile phase and reproductive phase, and the death phase. What makes the organisms to convert into different phases? That is hormones, okay, and environmental factors, okay, and it's these are both are interlinked, okay, these are interlinked. And in the environmental factors, what will come? It will come in the nutrition and the food. This will decide generally the last phase, death phase. If you see in a human, in the population or in animals, all animals will not grow in the same style, in the same way, in the same sizes. Even in a family, in animal, human beings also, the babies, all will not grow in properly. Some will be having diseases, some will be active, okay. Some few organisms, few babies, the growth will be good, they will be good in height, some will be not. So, that is because of the hormones has to release. How they will release? Depending on the food, intake of the materials, raw materials. By having a good food, they will get good nutrition, good elements, and that elements will be used for hormones, and that hormones will also express depending on environmental factors like the temperature or the area, okay, environment. So, all these three and few more factors are interdependable, okay, they are interlinked. So, this will says the when this will convert into juvenile will convert into reproductive phase and reproductive convert into death phase. Clear? Not only human beings, this is same thing happens in the plants, animals, okay, in few more organisms. Okay. In all these three are important. Clear? These are the unavoidable materials, okay, and hormones are very important in any animal, in plants. Even the plants also depend on hormones. The hormones are very important in the plants to convert from vegetative to reproductive phase. Like if you see example, the plants like in biennials, in one season they are for specially for the vegetative, and another season they are for reproductive, because in that time even the hormones has to be produced. And last, if you see the topic of this edge, okay, that is the events in reproduction. As we know, we see the male gamete, okay, plus the female gamete. Both has to fuse, they have to fuse. Once they fuse, okay, this is called as fertilization. In the action or in the act of reproduction, then they will give rise to another one, that is a single, that is called zygote. And this zygote has to go for into embryo. Embryo convert into a organism. Okay, into organism with organs and organ system, and last they convert into organism. So, these are the events. Last. So, here major is this fertilization, reproduction, this is a major event. So, this process is called as reproductive events. Okay. So, reproductive events will be again divided into three processes. Okay. like zygote formation, embryogenesis, organ formation. Okay. This reproduction can be seen again in the three parts. One, okay, fertilization. This is the important. Okay, that is pre-fertilization. Next is the fertilization period. And third is post fertilization. Post fertilization, fertilization, pre-fertilization. In this pre-fertilization, okay, how the gametes will be formed, okay, gamete formation, gamete transfer. Here fertilization, the zygote formation, okay, and here and where external factor, internal factor, where they will form. Okay. Last is post fertilization, these gametes which are formed into zygote, that is called zygote formation, as well as the embryogenesis. Embryogenesis after that, that is the delivery of the eggs or the infants, oviparous and viviparous will be there. So, this chapter will close with these three events. Okay. The next class we will see about the pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. Hope you understood the class. Okay. Have a nice day.